the next technique which you are going to apply right now is the technique of NLP. So NLP, if you have any kind of bad emotions, any kind of bad emotion, bad memories, or anything like that. So in NLP, we talk about this topics, how to overcome the past bad memories. If you have anything, any negative emotion which occupy your mind, as I told you, so you, what you have to do is you have to think about that event at this moment as of now. This technique is very powerful when you are dealing with any kind of bad emotions, when you are having anything in your mind. Either it could be a bad emotion or some past memories which are still occupying your mind, which are bugging your mind, and you are just, oh my goodness, how to deal with that, you don't know. Once that gets triggered, your mind is simply occupied with that, and you are unable to come out of that situation. Do you want to learn that thing? Do you want to learn that? Yes or no? Right, perfectly fine. So let's try it out. The technique is very simple, very powerful. What you have to do is you have to simply uh, start thinking about that situation, that problem. You have to create a copy of that event in your mind. Okay, create a copy of that event. It will be painful, I know, but this is the last time we are experiencing that. I bet you will not experience it anymore. So first is just create a copy of it and see what happens when you think about that. When you think about that event or that particular, let's say somebody just insulted you. He or she told you something which you felt very bad about it. Oh my goodness, why it was so embarrassing. It was so painful at that time. If you had this kind of situation now, I'll simply share a very simple technique to come across that situation. So do you have that thing in your mind as of now? Is it there? Yes. Is it there in your mind as of now? Okay. It is there. It is there, right? Okay, perfectly fine. So there is something in your mind which is constantly disturbing you, making you feel bad, making you feel low. Now, with that thing in your mind, can you see the picture? That picture, some picture is there? Is that yes or no? When you think about that, some picture is there? Okay, some picture is there. Okay, that picture may be here, maybe here, 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 maybe colored or black and white. It's a colored or it's a black and white picture. How is that? It's a colored picture or it's a black and white one? It's a colored picture. For some of you, it may be a colored, some of you may be a black and white picture. So can you see that picture in front of you? And it's having some kind of size. It may be this much big, this big, this big. Yes, is big one. Okay, I want you to make sure, okay, with simply a very simple consideration, with simple imagination, can you shrink the size of this picture in your mind? Can you make sure that the size is as small as a ticket, the postal ticket, or maybe equivalent to your the the nail of your thumb? Can you make sure that the size is reduced of that imagination, that thing which you are thinking, which makes you feel bad? Can you simply reduce the size to as minimum as a stamp size? Can you do that? Can you do that, please, everyone? Can you do that? Okay, 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 perfectly fine. You can feel that, right? Can you see a impact of that in that particular thing which was there, which was constantly bugging your mind? Can you see that impact now? Earlier, if the impact was 10 out of 10, let's say, can you see some change in that? When you feel that, when you simply reduce, when you reduce the size of it, can you see some change in the impact that this particular thing was creating on your heart or your mind, or somewhere? Some impact was there, some bad feeling was there. When you reduce the size, do you feel any change? Yes or no? Do you feel any change? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, so there is some change. when you reduce the size of this picture to a minimum as a thumb, right? So you can see some change out there. Next, if you can see some change in that regard, now I request you to do one more thing, and that is changing the intensity of this picture. Can you do that? Intensity, can you understand? The brightness level. So I simply request you to reduce the brightness level as if it is a digital, let's say your maybe AC remote you have. For example, your mind is having that remote. When you are reducing the brightness of this event, okay? Earlier, if the brightness is 10, I will count down from 10 to 0 and you will reduce the brightness, okay? So the brightness is 10 as of now. Let the brightness become 9, let it become 8, let it become 7, let it become 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. The brightness has reduced from 10 to 0. Can you see some change in the impact it had on your mind? Can you see some change in the impact? Yes or no? Can you see some change? Yes or no? Can you see some change out there? Okay, perfect. So some change in there in the intensity of the effect that this particular thing was having in your mind, in your heart, right? So the same thing, the same person is saying some kind of insult or some kind of bad words or some kind of negative thing somebody is saying to you, but the impact has reduced a lot, right? Some changes there, right? You have to definitely you have to first start with some imagination, right? The impact you will see in the practical reality, you will see that. So 2 or 3 things we have changed. We have changed the size, we have changed the intensity of it. And let me share. Can you, the last next thing we are going to do is, can you make sure that that picture goes away from you and goes, let's say, 100 meters away from you? That picture of a particular person or the event which was there in your mind is goes away from you. It goes, let's say, 100 meters away. It's very far away. It's too far. In your mind, just change it. Change the position of that and make it too far, far, far away. Can you see the change? Can you see some change? Okay. Can you see some change happening there? Okay. Can you see some change? Yes or no? Perfect. Make sure that the picture goes far, far, far away, and you will see a lot of change. Yeah, if there are more than one incidents, then take them one by one. Take them one by one. Yeah, absolutely no problem. You take it one by one and see the difference. Can you see the difference out there? You have taken it away from you, and it is just emotions, and it is there just here. It is just here. You just take them away. There are still the story is not over. The story is not over. There are so many parts of it. First, let me see the impact one by one. Can you see the change? Can you see the change? Once you are making sure that it goes away, the size is reduced, the intensity is brought down. Can you see some change till now? Can you see that? Okay, perfect. Still, there is some impact on the body somewhere in your mind. It is here, or it is here, or it is here. Some kind of burden is there, some kind of itching, some kind of bad feeling, some kind of sensation, and maybe negative emotion, some kind of pinch or some kind of pain is there. Is it there? Still there? Still there? Okay, it is there. To some people it is there, to some people it's reduced a lot. Now let's say those pinch, that kind of pinch, that kind of bad emotions, it is, you feel it here, either on the heart, or in the mind. Let's say you feel it somewhere. Can you feel that? Somewhere is that? in the body there is some position? Some position is there. Where is that? Can you just pinpoint? Is here? Is here, or it's here? Some kind of pinch you feel when you think about that situation. When you think about, you feel some kind of pain somewhere in the body. Do you feel it's here or here or here or somewhere in the body? Can you locate that? Can you locate that? Or it is there? Since for some people it is there, for some people it is there, some people it is there. So some of the members. So okay, it is there. Somewhere it is there. Some kind of pain is there. Okay. I, with the count of 1, 2, 3, I want you to pull that pain from there, and imaginary, only it's imagination, but do it so intensely so that you feel it. You just pull that pain. Maybe you are pulling it just like that. Just it's a feeling only, but make sure that you do it with all your intention. Just pull that pain from wherever it was and bring it on your hands. Can you do that? Simply pull that pain from wherever it was. Just pull that pain as if you are pulling it down, pulling it out, and make sure that it's there on your hands. Can you do that? Can you see that? Can you feel that? You have brought that pain. You have just snatched that pain from a particular position, wherever it was, and it is there in your hands now. Can you feel that? Can you feel that now? Okay. Now the pain which was there, the pinch which was there, or in a certain specific place, it's reduced now to some extent. Yes or no? Can you feel it here in your hand? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Okay. It is there. To some people, they can feel it. If you can feel it, I request you to do one more action that you have to do is, you make sure that you have a simply, let's say your finger is just a laser, and with this laser is a laser. So with this laser, you have to cut it. You have to cut it like some 10 pieces vertically and 10 pieces horizontally. Cut this particular pain or this particular thing. You just cut it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then horizontally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you do that? Can you do this change and see how do you feel now? Can you see some change now? Can you see some change now? Okay, perfect. So you can see some change. You can see some change, and that pain which was there somewhere in your mind or your heart or somewhere else in the body, that is reduced to some extent now. Is that yes or no? It's reduced. Yeah, if you're feeling like crying or something, it's okay. Go ahead. You're all alone. It's all up to you. Do it. Do it. Do it. If you want to cry it out, just do that. Absolutely no problem. Absolutely no problem. If you want to cry, if you want to express your emotions in another way, just do that. Because something will really happen. It will happen. A lot of things will there which are just they are buried in your mind, and when you make sure that they come out, definitely make you cry or something like that. Right. So if any kind of feeling is there, just make sure that you're free of that feeling. Right. Still, do you have some impact? Still you feel that some pain is there? Yes or no? Some pain is still there. If it is reduced to a minimum value, absolutely fine. Just go and enjoy, chill out. No problem at all. But if it is still the pain is there, still some more points are there. If you can try it out if required. But if till this point, a lot of things must have reduced. Lot of things must have reduced. Okay, now at this moment, I like you to do a lot of clapping. If people are not disturbed outside, just to clap, because this, it'll put all pressure on your acupressure point. Or just do that. Just do it. Make sure that you do like this, and all the pressure will go away. All the pressure will go away. If you feel like crying, or you want to do dishum dishum, just do that. You just do that. You feel like this, you must do that. Any kind of emotion, any kind of thing that you feel like, just do that. Just do that. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. So with this thing, you can reduce lot of negativity from your mind, and you will feel lot of calmness, coolness in your mind. If you want to cry out, simply go out and cry. I mean, you maybe not go out, but go in and cry, because the society doesn't allow you to do cry, even cry. So if you feel like doing something, just do that. Absolutely no problem. You want to cry out? If you want to do that, let's do that. Let me create a good atmosphere so that you can cry it out. Uh, you even can turn off your cameras if you want. Just cry out as loudly as possible. Just cry out. If you feel like crying, just do that. Nobody's looking at you. Switch off your cameras. Switch off your cameras and just cry out. Put all your emotions. Put all your emotion. You feel like doing. Do that. Do that. Absolutely no problem. Just do that. Do that. Do that. Okay, absolutely fine. Absolutely. No problem. Goes the other part of the story. You must laugh now as loudly as possible, even if you feel like mad, but it's okay. Make sure that you laugh a lot. आपकी बात करके कर लो, समझ में नहीं आता, do it. Do it. Make sure that you cry out. Cry out and now relax. 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 Cool down and pray to the Supreme Lord for all the blessings given, for all the love, for all the blessings. It will create, it will remove a lot of mess from your mind, and your mind will get clear of all the negative emotions. So this technique can be, I want you not only to try this technique on yourself. If you want to make others also teach these techniques, absolutely no problem. Because we see a lot of people are suffering. When I go to different places, I request them to please try out and leave all your garbage on your burden on your head, all the emotions, or all the bad feelings, or the negative emotion you are carrying, just simply throw them away. Why you are carrying it for years and years? Why? Not required at all. So I request you to try out this technique 3 to 4 times. At least 3 to 4 times you can try out them, and then you'll feel absolutely fine with that, right? Okay.